They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one was played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. The Buffaloes have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Start this drive firing. Grab behind the line. It's Holland. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Snatches it upright. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. After the penalty backs him up, it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They boot it away. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. So Colorado's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And Jesse, if there's an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point. There is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy. And because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him. And everybody on this offense is looking to him.
Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. He's got 43 yards rushing for him now, and that is a way to make your presence felt in the early part of the season. back to throw. It's Barnett. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Whittington. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Colorado! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Holland.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting long yardage in predictable situations.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Here's the handoff. Takes it the other way. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Buffaloes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal coming up. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Bellamy. Touchdown, Bucks! A great catch and run for 6.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got his man on the outside. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
And the missed connection on third down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful. And now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has heat. And floating down toward the earth. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Finds his big tight end. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. And the Buffaloes look to do some damage in the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's loose on the left. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Bell. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's swallowed up in the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And here comes the punt team. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. On the run, it's Bellamy. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Colorado. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Firing to the right, complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Buffaloes can really attack on this second and short. He'll keep it himself. At the 45 on his way. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Buffaloes have their offense in high gear. wants to throw. It's Barnett. Got his man. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get in the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Now this offense is back on the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Snapped it in the shotgun. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right, and he'll be brought down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Oh, he's got a chance. Sweet cut there. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Guys, let's look big picture at Colorado. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on 1st down. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quickly complete. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Barnett. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Colorado! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, defense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense a little too eager. Encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Snags it over the middle. At midfield, he's got room. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in stride inside the 20. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
But I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Floats it out in space. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. unit is on the field. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, running back gets to give. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. The short hands, it's Whittington. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Got room on the return.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Quickly to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pucks it out of the air. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He'll take a shot. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one is perfect. Are forced to settle for 3. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. They'll immediately call timeout. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
Watch out! Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Flushed out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area. They forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Fires left. Makes a connection. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
The Buffaloes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cradles it at the 35. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback may change this route. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. I'm sure the offense happy with that free 5 yards. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Bell. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They just keep firing. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. He gets a hand on it.
Yeah, and that pretty much sums up the day, man. You've been getting beat all over the place. You're trying to make the score a little bit closer, maybe fight back in, maybe get competitive. Even your field goal unit isn't performing well. It's just not your day, dog.
To the air, it's Barnett. Fires to the big fella.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The inside handoff. Turns it on in midfield. He smashes his way through again. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Bucks! And the stomping has commenced.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So first down will open up the final period. He'll do it himself. Breaks the tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure.
Breaks into the open. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. On these option plays, you just have to take what the defense gives you. And if that means handing off the dive, or if that means pitching it, you got to do that. It can't always be about you. And I think the quarterback that time was really hoping it was going to be his number called, but there was nothing there. He tried to do.
Into the secondary on the right. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A first down run on the doorstep. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Yeah, and the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And here comes the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Quarterback on the keeper. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He splits the uprights, and that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Fresno State is putting on a show offensively, only there's been no real story arc. It's been all Bulldogs all day with almost no let-up.
They'll run it from the gun. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. The grab and go as he takes it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He'll keep it himself. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Finds his big tight end. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the running game. Hard running there. The Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. I know this is disappointing, but plenty of teams have suffered early losses and come back to have great seasons. I mean, think of 1983 Miami, one of the great teams of all time. Blown out in the opener, won the national championship.
Well, some of us weren't alive. Everybody probably playing this game wasn't alive with that comment. But yeah, great example, Reese. But listen, your season isn't over. Things still down the road for you to look forward to, still improve on, can still have all of your dreams out in front of you. But, you know, 83, Jesse, I know you were playing college football then, but share.
I think I had just learned how to walk. It's funny, guys, you know, just like that 83 team, this team that lost here today, they are also very talented. They just got to take care, fixing up and cleaning up some of these mistakes, but no doubt, lots to play for moving forward. Can't wait to see what happens next week.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.